What up, folks? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys, and today I have a review of the DC Collectibles DC Essentials Batman. Courtesy of DC Collectibles, we have the new DC Essentials Batman here. DC Essentials is the new super articulated figure line from DC Collectibles. These figures are designed by comic book artist Jason Fabok, who's known for titles like The Dark Knight and Wonder Woman, both of which this guy here has lettered, and sculpted by the great Paul Harding. So we got a really cool new line of figures. They kind of take the place of the DC Icons line, but they're very different. Those figures were a little small. These guys are big. And how big are we talking? We're going to look at size comparisons right out of the gate here and let you know, because I know that's something you guys want to know about. So first off, we have a Mafex Spider-Man there. So as you can see, as far as like import figures, they're really big. I'm going to bring in their Deathstroke as well, the DC Essentials Deathstroke there, just so you can see how those two scale together. So get that guy out of the way. But as you can see, small for these guys. Now, I know one thing a lot of you guys were wondering is, how do they scale with Marvel Legends? Well, there's a standard size Marvel Legends and Namor there. They're bigger. They're bigger. Can you fudge it in a display? You can, depending on how you pose it, but they're definitely bigger. I would say they're more in like a 7-inch scale of figures, so like a scale that I think works really well here is NECA. So there you go. There's Hudson there, and a Predator who's bigger. But when you look at them together, if you want to do a Batman vs Predator display, that's going to work out really well for you. That's going to look really awesome. And like thickness-wise, they're very similar to the NECA human characters. So that is pretty cool if you want to do something like that. As far as the other DC line out there, this is the Multiverse line. You can see they're bigger than the Multiverse line as well. And this is something I really wanted to look at. This is the DC Films line. So you can see it kind of goes well with them. Yeah, and this is probably, if you have these guys, you're going to be able to put these guys together. If you want to do that. Really like this line. Wish there was more. But yeah, that was a good line. So here is a Mythic Legions figure, Atomom. You can see he scales pretty well with that. And a Marvel Select figure. Goes pretty well with the Marvel Select figures as well, I would say. I don't have any of the smaller Marvel Select figures. I like to get the big guys in Marvel Select's line. I think that's where the value is. So, yeah, there you go. That is your size comparisons. So let's take a look at Batman, shall we? Because he looks awesome. Starting with the head sculpt, it is really, really nice. Very well sculpted, very nice design. I really like his face. It looks pretty cool. I dig it. The eyes look really good in there. Sunken in well. I mean, I really like his facial features. You know, the jawline looks really nicely done. Nice and square. I think it really works for Batman. I like his lips. A nice, subtle pink. It looks good. The ears look good. I like him. I like him small like that. I think they look nice. The Batman symbol on his chest looks really good. The overall body shape of this guy is pretty cool. You know, like it looks very dynamic and very heroic. You know, like a really nice sculpture, really great muscle definition. Look at all that, you know, all the ribs and his abs. You know, it looks good. It doesn't look crazily done. It just looks really nice within the suit, and I dig that. The leg muscles look really nice as well. And you got the boots here that look pretty good. I like the bottoms of the boots. Very well sculpted. That looks cool. His gloves are well done. They're done in a glossy paint, which is nice. But I really like the design work in it. That's very cool. I like this little patch here on the fist and the knuckles, which are the same gloss as this, and then underneath the hand is a more matte blue. So I think that's cool, which is the same color as his cape and cowl. Cape looks good, lots of nice wrinkles. It's a soft plastic, and that's done well. Very well designed. In the interior, it is a little purple, which is good. Oh, we dropped his Batarang, but we'll take a look at that in a second. He's got his utility belt here. The middle part is good. I would say these black parts here could be done a little better, but it's not terrible. As far as the paint goes, I think it feels like it's a different material. It's like a floating piece, so maybe the material itself doesn't take the paint too well. It isn't bad, but it definitely is something you notice. Like the paint definitely goes on differently here than it does here, which looks very, very nice. So that's definitely something to note. But again, it isn't bad. And overall, the look of this figure is super, super nice. I dig it. I dig it a lot. Articulation is where it's incredible. So the head can look up that far. That's gonna bode well for Superman figures, I think. If they went the same way, it's got a hinge in it, as you can see right there. So that's good. Really, really well done there, and you could get some good motion out of it otherwise. In the middle here, you see you have a really tight but works well ab joint. So it clicks really good there, and you can go pretty far back as well. So that's good. So you can get him to look really up. That's awesome. And then he's got waist swivel, which is very nice. You got hinge and swivel action at the shoulder. You got a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow works really good. You got hinge swivel at the wrist. The legs splits pretty much, fully there. Full Van Damme for that. And then kicks out that much. Can even go back. The thighs swivel, which is good. Double jointed knee works really well as well. And then you got a boot cut, very nice. Rocker at the foot there, hinge, swivels. Foot, you get a lot of motion, which I know DC Collectibles has listened to you guys and given these guys some really good foot motion, so you can do a lot of things with it, which is awesome. So you get a lot of articulation out of this guy, and that is super appreciated for a super articulated figure, and it looks incredible. I really, really dig it. So this guy comes with a Batarang. This is his only accessory, is a Batarang. And it looks fine. It's nicely sculpted. It's just done in black. But it looks really good. And you can put it in his hand fine. Oh, I dropped it there, but he also has a little cut there in his, fingers, so you could put it like that as well. However you want to do it. It works well, and it looks good. So there you go, guys. There's my review of the new DC Essentials Batman. I think this is well worth the price of admission. It's a big figure, you gotta remember that, and that's very cool and something different. Again, if you want to put it with your NECA figures, that's gonna scale very well, and I think with the Marvel Selects, it's gonna scale well. You got a lot of great articulation here, and it just looks awesome. It's such a nice looking figure. Alright guys, so there you go. Hope you dug this review. Thanks again to DC Collectibles for sending this guy and Deathstroke over. Be on the lookout for the Deathstroke review soon as well. Okay, so please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And until next time, peace out, peeps.